Introducing from Liverpool, England, in New Jersey, fighting tonight out of the red corner, Nick the Wrecking Corner, hailing from Camden, Ray Savage Ford.
I get instructions in the dressing room. I want a clean fight, okay?
He fought to a draw for Ray Vargas's WBC featherweight title. Now he gets a crack at the WBA featherweight champ and Ray Ford, Saudi Arabia.
It's going to be so intriguing here, and that's this. Will he match it, Ray? And interested to see how Ray Ford this fight early. We know exactly what Nick Paul's going to look for. Will he move on the back foot now, looking for the counters? But it'd be intriguing if he does start to step.
Excel when someone comes at them.
Shot forward.
Barry does a fighter like Ray.
I think the body shots downstairs with a straight.
Shaw having 20 pro fights, he's never faced a southpaw.
Shots from full, then work back upstairs. So important in this fight. So.
I'm not sure quickly. Good body shot there from Ford. That kind of backs
makes a whole lot of difference to Nick the way, as Barry says, that he's still left, didn't
You attack and make sure you're safe when you get a spindle there from Ford. When you throw it.
Good flurry there from Ford, and another.
Good footwork.
Good work.
That's how it's going to be all night long.
Yeah, Ford timed in a nice little.
Right away, ball rushes forward. That's a
short right hook, I thought, as well as ball came onto it. And if he can get that every time, he will stop the flow there of ball. He will stop him rushing it.
that much harder when you have someone coming into it. Use their own.
He'll make him think before he throws.
Well, and the punch is no momentum against him. Such a great nickname.
That's the right weapon there for Ford.
Nickname too, the Wrecking Ball. Body shots from Ray Ford.
Tucking up nicely on the rope.
Those are some big body. You know, those people that maybe aren't as knowledgeable about boxing are thinking, he's so small, why would you even focus on his body? There's not much body to hit, but Ford is finding it.
Good work there for Balls. Finding the angle to.
So sharp, it really is.
Just give him the tag.
It seems like both of these guys are fighting pretty well.
Yeah, Ford from these early stages seems to fancy himself. Quicker of the two.
Out, Ford throws the right.
Sharper.
You heard the corner right.
A bit more acceleration in the work here to Ford.
Ray Ford basically saying, look, you can't let him just throw those whether you're blocking him or not.
That little spin-off's important as well, just taking away that right. Yeah, nice right hand. The right hand there of Ball.
Smart Roy to turn the head away.
Talking some trash in there right now.
When the left hook comes through, just avoiding the shot.
Grew up fighting on the streets, got kicked out of several schools, and at one point his mother said she'd had enough, just took him with this kid. And he fell in love with the sport, and here he is, a world champion.
Lovely time there with it from Ford.
Walton's for 1-2 there, Ball.
Ball's still trying to go to work, but not really accurate that assault.
Round strong, because you know Nick Ball will. Let's see if Ray is the threat. 4 here. Queensberry up 1-0 after that. Hutchinson. What a cracker of a fight that was. And this one off to a pretty good start.
He's good when he's allowing space behind exactly where he doesn't need to be. Behind him so he can move back. Doesn't need to be on the ropes. Good work though from Ball. Good pressure, good step to the right as well.
Again, he's blocking most of it, but the impression is that Ball's having good work.
It needs to be
Don't getting through, even if they're half blocked.
Be busy with that shot, Ford. Keep poking that jab out, head, body.
Just brings it back to his chest, and that's just low.
Time that, Ford. If he takes a step back, you know Ford's going to jump. You try to win, then throw that left hand.
a good jab as well from him. Get off the ring, he's not working, and ball is.
Yeah, this is a good round, this for Nick Paul. Really, really hot.
10 seconds.
Really working, chopping the tree down.
Let's see if Ray can get his here in the
There's
final.
something here, Ford. He's not under real pressure, but might be giving it
The energy levels again of Nick Paul. Paul Stevenson 5 years, he says, never seen the energy levels. This long-time coach who's been in boxing for 25. That's Nick Paul. And any other boxer.
Remember those old commercials? I don't know if that.
You just can't afford
Going.
something than where he moves, where he positions himself in the ring. Here is exactly where he wants to be.
combinations is stunt that attack early. So what you've got to try and do is someone who accelerates into their attacks like Nick Paul, someone with loads of energy, and that's where a real solid jab comes into play, or a real solid left hand.
Yeah, exactly as you said that there.
Again there, it's a lovely shot.
Opportunity to throw the left hand.
But the way he just tried to lift up that left hand through the middle there, Ford's got to take that right hand, that right glove.
Breaking him down.
After. Great work. Great boxing.
Even Ray
There's fights here.
Yeah.
They're trying to show he's the bigger, the stronger fighter, but he's not. You have to box to your strength.
He can't touch it, he can't touch it. Pick it up.
Really good round here.
Smashing
For Nick
Really
Paul.
good round.
Ball's relying on earlier. It was that aggression here. That's what his corner wants to see from him. But you can't right. That's what his corner wants to see from him. But he seems to here, and Ray Ford seems to have come out with a little more aggressive ball, can you?
When you're in a slick fight there with good feet and rhythm, you'll get those punches off fast. You'll get you floor. You keep on the balls, your feet. That'll give you the movement that loads it out.
Haven't seen Ray Ford go to the body much like he was doing in the early rounds. Haven't seen Ray Ford go to the body. In fact, he's not going anywhere much anymore. Body much
Can't always fight out. Next one, he must take a step back. He's allowed to work with his leisure. So he hasn't had to do anything. Forward, front of us. Front forward, try to spin to the left.
to the body. Talking to the right man.
To the left. He went with him as well.
He was behind him.
And then went forward, tried to they have a point because Ford is holding on to it.
Ray Ford's behind him. This is a start here for Ray Ford.
Is it a case?
Just stops the movement. Straight away.
As well, just above it. And that uppercut just can't miss.
Out. We haven't seen that yet by Gubby.
Well, it's from this
And if he's banking on balls, timing
point against Ray Vargas that he got stronger and stronger, isn't it?
All right, let's check in with Chris Mannix. See how his scorecard looks.
Yeah, Todd, I've got a 4 rounds to 2 in favor of competitive, but 2 of the last 3 I thought were clearly dominated. While the first 3 rounds of this fight were incredibly competitive.
Ray Ford has a 12th round KO.
you can dog it out. But don't do it from round 1.
KOs. So they like the late drama.
Good shot there from Ford. Lovely left hand.
Yeah, tapping upstairs. He just needs to drop to the body after. Finish the combination. Back comes Nick Paul again. Good up. Hands come high.
The punches from Nick Paul are more damage. You can see it, you can hear it. Ray Ford with a big.
So he's throwing some speed into his shots. That was a whipping right shot.
Needs to keep building on that.
That's one of the first times. A lovely shot.
Yeah, and Nick Paul for a moment was going, and that's how you know he's hurt, because he never goes backwards.
Because there again, the elbows.
From Ray Ford.
The uppercut.
Ray Ford with
A wide. The nose is big.
a big punch, and boy did he need it. The other guy when they stand up. I don't know what.
Ray Ford.
Opposite straight left. Connects again for Ray Ford.
There's a lot better. Sharp, spiteful, aggressive.
Yes, great job, man.
It's come alive.
I've heard the worst thing you can, because it can puff up and swell around your eyes.
Yeah, you got to try and let it go, of course. Again, relentless pressure, make him forward work. Good response here though from Paul. Very success here.
Score on the line here. This is for a world title, the first defense for Ford, as Ball looking to claim gold.
Fighting back, isn't it? Like he's
For the first time in his career as he lands a right hand.
Ball at this stage of the fight.
It is, and we would expect Paul to come in strong also. And as we said, in the second half of the fight, Ford has been much more active than us in the early part of the contest. Ray Vargas was with heavy shots.
Ray now is going tit for tat. Earlier he was letting Ball.
Ball is still evident.
Ford tried to counter but missed.
But again, there's Ford fighting back. There's a lovely shot from Paul. And again.
But this was the fight I think a lot expected, Mike. Do you agree with that? As far as brutality in the back. Are in the 10th round here in our second.
Ford's really closed the gap here as well.
WBA featherweight champ and Nick Ball.
Really closed the gap.
He's just sort of worked out how to maneuver himself.
From Ford.
Chris Mannix has him by the thread. Movements like that.
Yeah, with a sharp angle, like a pivot.
Taz has scored 77-76. Nick Ball in front. Unfortunately, we couldn't show you the score.
Same way I had it as well. Ball just by one.
Scorecard there. It is 77-76. Could literally be any man's fight.
Again, using the feet there. Ford jabbing to a little step back. So I think we would have done this in the early rounds.
The Old West. The gunslingers.
Waiting to mount a big attack here.
But when he does get the opportunity, he really has to let those.
He's waiting a little bit too long, isn't he? It's a lovely body shot there from Paul.
He's just finding it harder now to pin down.
Championship rounds. Which fighter would you rather be
Really
right?
positive for him. And I think he's found a little bit of his flow here. The forwards, because he's had the second half of the fight's been footwork's been better.
I'd agree. And when he gets there like he does now, he's adjusted, using the feet really, really well. All struggling to get close. Work the body first.
One over the corner, Nick Ball.
Yeah, that is correct.
Coming to the last 2 rounds of the fight, the last person. This is his time in a fight normally. And he's having success here, Ball. He's not making up his not.
That left hook on the right glove.
Maybe clean the work from him.
Needs to drop back downstairs. Ford, he's got the high guard. Ball.
His crew, hey, am I winning? And they said, we don't know. None of us do.
Finish the fight strong. Finish the fight strongly.
Becoming a world champion come true, right?
Hands go.
Trying to defend his title for the first time.
So Ford's really sitting down and he's sitting down, trying to get more weight on the shot. He punches as well.
See Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren on their feet on the far side of it.
The fight could still hang in the balance. I do not know. Just when you think Ball is out of it.
What a fight. This has not disappointed. This has been brilliant.
Patrician, what a finish!
Incredible finish!
After 12 rounds in favor of your winner, WBA and newlyweight champion of the world,